Hey Drinking Buddies. One of the questions that I get asked a lot in my yoga classes comes from women in particular. And what they want to know is, how can I get rid of this? And they point to their lower abdomen. The answer to that, unfortunately, is interval training, cardio. But a lot of women, especially who have had children and had a vaginal delivery, will have some difficulty with these lower abdominal muscles having been stretched during pregnancy and childbirth. So this is one way to shore up the lower abdominal muscles for anybody, whether or not you've had children or whether or not you are a person who can carry children. And this is really good for the strong PC muscle, so everybody. I'll give you several variations. We're borrowing from the Pilates tradition. Normally, 100s are the legs, and you lift and change 100 times. And what I find for me and my students, that's a little too hard on the low back. It's also more challenging to hold them. So I call these holding 100s. We're going to start on your back with the feet flat to the floor and the knees pointed at the ceiling. So we'll start on the right side. For baby bear, if you have low back trouble especially, take your hands, palms facing the floor, and put them under your hips. It should feel like your tailbone could fall in between the triangle that your hands make. And then you would point your right toes straight out in front, as low to the ground as you can get without actually touching. So we don't want your foot on the floor, and we don't want your foot way up here, but as low as you can get. So this is baby bear, and this is quite a lot. If you can take mama bear, you can also take your left toes and point them straight up at the ceiling. So now your belly button is pulling down toward the floor, and it's your belly that's holding the weight of the legs. If you want papa bear, you can tuck your chin to your chest and bring your arms out parallel to the floor. Granddaddy bear, you can exhale, pump the arms with each exhalation. So we just did 20 breaths there. If you can, don't put your feet down, but switch your feet. Now I'll just hold papa bear instead of doing granddaddy bear with you. You can point your feet or you can flex your feet. Your feet just can't be neutral because then the weight of your legs will hang off of your low back. So make sure that your feet are engaged, knees as straight as you can get them, and the belly pulls straight down toward the floor. And then to relax, just pull the knees into the chest or rock and roll. Maybe draw circles in the air with your knees, giving yourself a little rolly-roo and stretching out any work that the lower back might have tried to do for you. Ultimately, you'll feel most of this at the very bottom of the abdominal muscles. So, if you are looking for a flat belly, if you are looking for stronger PC muscle control, holding 100s will get the job done for you. To challenge yourself, try to hold each side for 1 minute each. I hope this was helpful to you. Let me know over at the Champagne and Chakras Facebook page if there's anything else that you need from me. I'll be happy to accommodate you. Rock out with your cork out.